Vintage Transformers. Solid. That's what this is. This is all vintage Transformers. This is Marvel Selects. Or, sorry, Marvel Legends. Oh, my favorite. Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
That is just beautiful. Amazing. You know, the Acme flight suit. Good stuff. Oh, gotta have the furry, stupid Chewbacca. Always gotta have the furry Chewbacca. Everybody loves furry Chewbacca. An extra Jawa. I think I got 4 or 5 of these just in case. There's another Jawa. What the hell is this? What do you think all these little boxes are? Oh, these are mail-away Storm Shadows. It looks like I got about 15 of them in there. So, Lord knows why. When you've got 1,000 flag points, I guess you just get stuff. I should really go through. I don't know. Chad just asked
Why
me.
do you have 15 of those?
I don't know, because some people didn't mail away, and I could always give them away, and I don't know. I think I have too much stuff. It may not be manageable anymore. Oh yeah, this should be in here. There's another Mitten box, Jetfire, but this is a much nicer box. I think I probably just threw this in here for posterity's sake. Just chucking it around. Aztec, the Ultimate Man, some of the older Toy Biz Spider-Man stuff. Looks like there are doubles in here too. Yeah, that was. There's a Storm Shadow, Red Ninja, and Snake Eyes pack. Oh, they were discounted at KB for like $3 or $4 each. Another Serpentor pack, Firefly, Scrap Iron. I don't know. Extra battle droids. You can never have too many battle droids. I probably have a good 100, 150 of those stupid things by now. More battle droids. More battle droids. Lots of battle droids. These are a lot of troop builders. I have a few A-Wings, another Imperial officer. I have a lot of the older Star Wars stuff at home. The Transporter playset is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. The Marine Guard, more Justice figures. Another Tusken Raider figure, 12-inch. Regiment de Marche de la Légion Étrangère, RMLA. French soldier. I know I have a bunch of X-Files 12-inch from Sideshow. Of course, I'm going to show you the worst one. John Doggett. Not that he's a bad actor. I like Patrick, but Robert Patrick does not an X-Files make. Just, what? These are all troop builders.
Yeah.
These are all troop builders. Yeah, these are all mostly troops. A bunch of clone pilots, a bunch of super articulated clone troopers. Grandpa's Sunday Best, Super Nintendo Chalmers, Daredevil Bart, oh, Lionel Hutz, Phil Hartman, damn you, why did you have to die, you ruined television by dying, it was brilliant. Maybe 12-inch G.I.JOE figures? 12-inch G.I.JOE figures. Some Harry Potter stuff in the bottom of this. Ilsa and my man Bogey for Casablanca, just because it's the greatest movie ever made. Wartime Madonna. Rugged, tough guy. The guy who, one of the 3 men who wrote the screenplay is local. So hopefully I'll get an interview from him one day and write an article on Casablanca. Sports action figures. This is an extra Ice Saber. Jack's 2004 Toy Fair, 1 of 100 Mucha Lucha action figures. I don't know why I would have it. These are the Marvel Selects action figures, Green Goblin and Peter Parker from the great John Romita Jr. shop. Ghost Rider. I think that looks like Ultimate Spider-Man. Brood and Skull. A Metacom toy. super articulated movie Spider-Man figure from Spider-Man 3. And another box set for Young Avengers. More Star Wars figures. I like to have troop builders, so I have a bunch of Clone Trooper 3 packs going in here. A lot of Clone Troopers, I think. A lot of Trooper figures, except for General Veers. There's some Snow Troopers in there. Another Han Solo and Carbonite. Dr. Seuss bookends, because I have friends with kids. Herculoids. I have the 3 sets for this. Really, really nice. Igu, Gloop, Tara, Wife of Xandor. Why would I have Garbage Pail Kids action figures? There's another Doggett. Well, it looks like I have 2 of those, huh? Buffy the Vampire Slayer pals, Ghost Rider figures from the Toy Biz run. Oh, these are the reissues. Cochise, Ivanhoe, Sir Galahad, Robin Hood, Buffalo Bill Cody, the Black Knight, Little John, Friar Tuck. These are all reissues of the original Mego Western heroes. King Arthur is by far my favorite. I love the robe. I love the trim. Even some of the pirates are beautiful. They did a good job replicating the armor as well. Little taste of Buffalo Bill Cody. I think we got Captain Patch. Blackbeard. Okay. You know, we're taking pause right now for a second. Because I need to before I collapse. Because, 2 14-hour days, I don't think I went to bed till like 3 in the morning, and I got up at about 9, putzing around. But I wanted to put in a good word because, as you can see, I'm preparing myself to write books, hopefully on every single action figure line, major action figure line, He-Man, Star Wars, Star Trek. And what we put that Krause photographer through, what we put Chris through, being so particular, she was fantastic. So if there's any way to work with her again, I don't think we started on the cover until like 8 o'clock last night, and that took us all the way up to 11 o'clock. The Energized Spider-Man copter. This is some older stuff. There's some 90s Iron Man figures in here. The Energized Spider-Man copter, what a lame figure. But when I was a kid, this was the greatest thing in the world. Let's check his posability, folks. There you go. There it is. Just awful. But back then, when you have very little alternatives, and that's something I'd like to say about Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny. If you notice the later figures, and I think we do have some Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry boxes, if you notice, the earlier figures, it wasn't until Ronald Reagan deregulated children's television in the mid-'80s, I think it was 83, that we started to see these licensed action figures, basically half an hour, 24-minute toy commercials. So I never got figures of Scooby-Doo. One of my fondest memories is when I was a kid, we used to go to Buster Brown Shoes. It was like a shoe outlet store, and I got Scooby-Doo shoes. I had to be like 6 or 7 years old, and the shoes came, and I will buy this one day, in a Mystery Machine box. The shoe box was the Mystery Machine. And so I kept that box for probably a year and a half, tooling it around like it was the Mystery Machine, because no toys existed. The government didn't allow it to exist because it would have been a toy tie-in. After the controls were restricted, that's when it wasn't until 2 or 3 years ago that we saw those DC Direct Bugs Bunny action figures, Gas House Gorilla, What's Up Doc stuff, or What's Opera Doc. So I have a fond place in my heart for Ronald Reagan because of what he did for toy collectors.